Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy. If this is the first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit on subscribe button and also turn notification bell so you'll be notified anytime new video drops. Okay, so in today's tutorial we're going to be learning how to cut or how to draft and cut a hip pattern tight. Okay, so if you're interested to go on this process with me, keep on watching and let's get started. Please don't forget to subscribe so you get notified anytime new video drops. So I'm going to be using this brown paper here for the cutting of the short tight. Now I will first draw a straight line at this upper side. This will serve as my starting line. Okay, rule out a straight line first. Then after that, I'll also make a straight line here. You can see the paper is not too straight because I've used it for the drafting of skates. This is the only paper I have for now. So I'm going to take all the measurements starting from that line to this other side. Now for the length of this short, what I marked is 16 inches. This includes the folding allowance. Okay, so the normal length of this tight is 15 inches. It's just a short tight, so I marked 15 inches plus 1 inch for the folding allowance. Now the next thing I want to do now is to come down by the hip line. My hip line is 8 inches. Remember to subtract 1 inch for the waistband. Next thing you want to do now is to determine the length of your crotch. So to do that, you're going to divide your hip circumference by 4, then add 2 inches extra. Okay, my hip circumference is, my hip divided by 4, sorry, is 9 inches plus 2 inches is 11 inches. Okay, so after marking, I'll just rule out the straight line and I'll label as the waistline, the hip line, the thigh, and the full length. Okay, that is what I marked here. The last line is the full length of the shirt. Once I'm through with that, next thing I want to do is to place my tape on this upper line, that is on the waistline. It will have elastic. Okay, so I'm not going to use my normal waist measurement. What I want to do is to use my hip measurement divided by 4, which is 9 inch, but I don't want too much ruffle on the elastic as well. So because of that, I'll subtract 1 inch, then I'll mark 8 inch. Okay, without allowance. All right, so on the hip, you're going to divide your hip measurement by 4, add half inch for your allowance. So after that, on the crouch line, you're going to divide your thigh by 2. My thigh measurement is 28 inches. Okay, so I divided by 2 and I marked 14 inches. I did not add extra allowance again. So on the full length, you're going to first come inside by 1.5 inch because you want to make it pencil. Okay, it's not going to be free on that side, so I came inside by 1.5. Then I also mark half of my round knee measurement. Okay, so after marking it, what I marked there is 10 inches. I did not add any allowance, so I'm just going to use my ruler to connect from the hem part to the thigh. Okay, just like this. So after that, I'll also go ahead and connect from the thigh to the hip line, but first I'll connect from the hip line to the waistline. Then now I will bring my curve rule to connect from the thigh to the hip line. Okay, if you don't have a curve rule, you can also achieve this using your free hand. Just place your curve rule like this if you have one. Place it this way, then go ahead and make your curve just like this. Okay, so after I was done doing with this is what I have here. So this is for the front piece. The next thing I want to do now is to go ahead and also connect it. I'll connect from the hem part to the hip line. Okay, so this way you will have a hug tight on the knee length or wherever you want the length of your short to stop. It will just hug or fit you on that part. Okay, so now as you see me doing like this, I'm just cutting it. So after cutting this, I am going to cut the back piece as well. Okay, this is the front like I said. Now I'll place another piece of my brown paper, then I'll go ahead and cut the back. Okay, so after placing, also pin it down. All right, you pin it down this way. So once you're through with that, now I'm going to bring my ruler. Okay, I'll bring my ruler, then I'll sketch the downside just like this. When you're done sketching, on the upper part, that is on the waistline, I'll come up by 1.5 inch. Okay, if you're bigger you can come up by 2 inch or 2.5. So go ahead and mark. After marking, I'll just connect it in a straight line. Okay, I'll connect in a straight line first. Then once I'm through with that, on this side I will add 1.5 inch here. Then I also extend the crouch line. Okay, so for the back crouch extension I'll mark 2.5. If you're a plus size you can mark 3 inches. If you're very bigger you can mark 3.5. Okay, so go ahead and mark. After marking, I also marked 1.5 inch here. Then I'll just connect in a straight line, also connect it to the crouch. Okay, so repeat the same thing here as well. Go ahead and mark your 1.5 or mark 2 inches if you are a plus size. Then go ahead and mark, continue marking any inch you are marking, if it's 2 inches or 1.5. After marking, make sure you connect it this way. Okay, so after connecting, I'll now place the covering on the crouch extension side. Then I'll just go ahead and make my curve for the pint. All right, then after I'm done with that, I'll also slant this upper side. I will not leave it straight like that. You have to slant it to the other end. Then also sketch this other side like this. Okay, so I hope this is very understandable. So on this process, at this point, if you love what you're seeing, if you're learning something here, please hit on subscribe button for me. Turn on notification bell so you'll be notified anytime new video drops. So go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so after cutting, this is what I have here. Now I have the front piece and I also have the back piece as well. So I'll label as the front. Okay, then label the back as the back. Okay, so next thing I want to do again is to come down on that center side. I'll come down by ½ inch, then use my ruler to just make a slant. Okay, only at the front piece. You will do this only at the front piece, so this will make your waistband relax when you attach it. Okay, so that is all for cutting and drafting of the front and back short tight. Okay, so you have come to the end of today's tutorial, guys. This tutorial is basically on the drafting and cutting of your short tight. Okay, so in my next tutorial I am going to share with you guys on how you would curve and cut your hip pad on the same pattern, just like this. You're going to learn how to do this thing I'm just doing here, and I'm also going to explain on how to make the back piece as well. Okay, also I'll explain on how to transfer it to your actual fabric, just like you see me doing here. All right, and also going to explain on how you would, there's something called pouch is where the hip pad will lie on. Okay, if you don't understand, I'll leave it to my next tutorial. I believe you would understand very well then. Okay, please kindly hit on subscribe button so you get notified once I upload the second video. Okay, so guys, you have come to the end of this tutorial. Like I said before, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one, and bye.